Kingdom.
To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it. Niggas just can't take it.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Another bad loss, but hey, we'll talk.
Another disappointing L.
Yeah, another disappointing L, man. Salute tonight, man. There's probably gonna be a lot of people in here, but we'll try to get this. We'll try to do a little quick 20 minute, 30-minute recap. Maybe 20 minutes. We'll do 20 minutes. Let me shout out the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button for us. Alfredo.
I hope.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is going to be a free agent. That's hilarious. Hope my latte Giddey plays for keeps. Cypher, Email. What else is in here? Giddey. Southside. All my people in here, yeah. So this game, again, it's this first quarter, man. I feel like the Nets always start off bad in the first quarter. It's like we never just get a good start off. We always got to kind of have an uphill battle some games. And the Thunder came out really blazing. I mean, we went behind 6 right out the gate. Vaughn called an early timeout. I think it was literally like 60 minutes, only like 2 minutes into the game. He called a quick timeout. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then the Nets go on an 18-5 run, right? I guess the timeout worked because the Nets go on an 18-5 run right after that. End of the first quarter, it was 33-24. So we looked good in that first quarter after Jacques Vaughn called the timeout. Then the second quarter came, and the Thunder, Thunder did battle back, but Mikal Bridges and CJ kind of did work in that second quarter. I mean, I guess you could say that were we shooting from 3 hot in that first half? Well, in the second quarter, what do you guys think about that second quarter? Because Mikal did cook up in that second quarter, but what do you guys think about that second quarter?
Well, that was a really good second quarter, honestly. Like instantly the Thunder were able to come back, and it was they brought it to 3. I think it was like 33-30, and they called a timeout, and then we were hot. Seth Curry came off the bench; he was doing well. Mikal was getting a little bit of his. CJ was doing well. I mean, you were, and Claxton was getting some lob opportunities. It was a good second half or a good second quarter, but then we couldn't finish that second quarter at all. I think we were up like 14, and then it instantly went down 10 off of a Jalen Williams putback.
Yeah. So it was 33-30 with 10 minutes left in the half. Halftime, we were up by 10, 62-52. And then I wrote down some halftime stats. It was so we shot 38% from 3 in the first half. Then we shot 45% from the field, 22 for 48, 20 assists. So the ball was popping in that first half. So I'm trying to figure out what went wrong for the Nets in the second half, and 14 bench points. Again, 20 assists is great. That first, like I said, first half was looking great, 62-52, up by 10. Third quarter comes, and then it's OKC, man. I mean, Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort turned into Steph Curry. It was unbelievable. They were just shooting. What went wrong in that third quarter? Because I saw a lot of open shots in that open corner threes. Guys were just getting a lot of open threes. And
Lou Dort. I mean,
yeah.
but the thing was, it was like, yeah, Lou Dort shouldn't be hitting threes like this, but he's wide open like every single time. Like you said, Isaiah Joe was hitting. They got too many open looks. Shai was starting to cook. Well, it got really bad, and then we went to the usual Brooklyn Nets status of when you go just down the court and you just chalk and you just visibly aren't doing anything right. Like you just go down the court. You're not really the offense is stagnant, and then you go on defense, and then open 3 after open 3 after open 3, and then there's miscommunications, there's easy layups, and we're getting out hustled badly. Jalen Williams single-handedly was able to run through everyone, and our paint defense is non-existent. if you have Nick Claxton switching everywhere, you
Yeah.
don't really have any presence in the paint, and that's where they were starting to eat there. I mean, their offense was it was too easy for them in the third quarter. I think we got outscored by like 18.
Yeah, OKC hit 7 threes in that third. We go 0 for 8 from the third in that third quarter, so we were just not shooting well in that third quarter. And like you said, what I saw in that third quarter, Shai was just eating us up driving. They were getting a lot of driving kicks. Like, we weren't stopping that.
Giddey was a part of that too.
Giddey, yeah, even Giddey tonight, bro. He wasn't like aggressive offensively, but he was doing a great job as a point guard, like setting up everybody, bro. Like he was driving and kicking, hitting guys right on the money for the threes. Like he did. How many assists he had tonight? Because he was going off with being a point guard tonight. But at third quarter, we just went down bad off of their hot shooting, 90-82 in that third quarter. Then the fourth quarter, the Nets make like a little kind of run. I mean, Mikal kind of woke up in that fourth quarter. I mean, he was kind of shooting. He was hot in the first half, came in this third quarter and was kind of mid until the late third, like late 2 minutes. And he started getting a little rhythm. In the fourth quarter came in, and we made a little bit of a run. I think we cut it to at least 6. Mind you, the Nets were up by at least 13 in this game. So the fourth quarter, we cut it to 6. Mikal, like I said, it was just too much to come back from, because every time we had the ball, it was either, well, let's talk about Spencer Dinwiddie tonight, because Spencer, oh my God, bro, like it's crazy. They're gonna come at us in the comments for this, because people were like, no, Spencer's our point guard. Run the offense through Spencer. He's the focal point of the offense. People are gonna say that in the comments. But it's times like this where all the Spencer guys, all the Spencer fans in the comments, they be quiet, because he was crucial to our downfall in this fourth quarter. But what'd you guys see from Spencer tonight? Because I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Now I'll say this: he's been literally the past 3 years, so I think he had like a crazy ass streak for us. But overall, with Spence, this comes back to what I've been trying to argue for a couple streams. We don't know who's our closer. Close team doesn't know who is the clear-cut closer. And Jacques Vaughn's pretty much looking at Spence's like, here, you handle it when it comes to crunch time.
Yeah.
And at the same
Hold on, Chubbs. I think you're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, Chubbs, you're cutting in and out, bro.
My buddy, that's not me, right? I thought it
No,
was just me.
it's not you.
All right,
Not
I was
you,
like,
it's not you.
yeah, Chubb's cutting out a little bit. Say something again, bro. Oh, he might be fixing his Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said his audio's fuzzy. But yeah, back to Spencer. So 16 points, 11 assists, 6 turnovers. And I know from the stats that doesn't look like, I mean, you hear 16 and 11, but the 6 turnovers, I don't think people understand, like, that is crucial possessions in a game like this, because you're coming from an uphill battle, and he's turning the ball over. So it's like every time he turns the ball over, Shai was going to get a layup or a fast break layup.
It didn't like, we weren't able to be like, well, all right, we didn't really do anything on offense, and then we're able to get a stop. No, we weren't able to stop them at all in the second half, at all. And the thing was, it was like guys were visibly tired. But Jacques Vaughn talks about, we've got a 10-man rotation. I don't see it when our starters are playing 40-some minutes. It's not sustainable. Yeah. I don't know how you expect Mikal to be healthy every single game if you're playing him 40-some minutes. You're lucky he's a human Iron Man.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at Royce, the guys off the bench. Royce 6 points, Joe Harris 3 points, Seth Curry 8 points. Did Cam play tonight? I don't remember seeing Cam out there tonight. It says Cam 3 minutes.
He played 3 minutes. I think he came off the bench, and that was it.
Oh, I swear to God, I remember him coming in.
Our offense gets stagnant, and we need some offense. Nah, let's keep Cam Thomas on the bench. Let's not even try him.
Yeah.
If Cam Thomas did half the dumb shit Spencer Dinwiddie and Seth Curry did, he'd be benched and talked about by JV.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, you better.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Okay, so yeah. Basically what I said was, the thing with Spencer, it's literally a gift and a curse. It's literally bittersweet. Spencer, I'll give him credit here. He's literally been an assist machine in these recent stretch of games. where I think before this game it was like he had like 27 assists back-to-back games combined. So he really, in a sense, he is thriving as that backup point guard, but where he kind of falls flat is genuine like creation in the crunch time. And when I say that is he's more likely going to try and drive before he tries to drive and kick to Mikal or drive and kick to Cam.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and play hero ball and try to get a shot off before he tries to get the ball to our best players. And I feel like we kind of got to live with that because arguably until Ben Simmons comes back, he's literally the only person that can create and go downhill and do all the things we want a point guard to do.
Yeah.
So it's a gift and it's a curse and it's something you do have to live with. And I do think Spencer can get better at that. Like this is what the third game in a row in the crunch time, Mikal Bridges doesn't get the ball.
Yeah.
Or Cam Johnson doesn't
a lot
get
of
the
people
ball.
say, bro, it's like
you
they come at us for saying
saying
Spencer is not a pure point guard. To me, he's still not a pure point guard to me. Like
this team isn't doing anything until you have a legitimate point guard who can hit his own.
And people are going to say people are going to say stuff, but
it's impressive. Yeah. Like what he's doing is impressive, but at the same time, you can critique what he's doing. Like,
so are we getting fooled by the assists? Let me ask you all that. Are we getting fooled because I said what is he, number 6 all time in Nets history for assists? He's getting double-digit assists every game. Are we getting fooled? Like, if they're saying that's going to come out of us in the comments. Oh, he's not a point guard, but what about these 16 assists, 15 assists, 14 assists? They're going to say that in the comments.
I wouldn't say that because you see how he's getting his assist. It's not like y'all gonna come at me. It's not like Ben Simmons, where literally all his assists are off dribble handoffs or literally the easiest fucking pass you can do. He's genuinely creating. And the thing is, he needs to put that together in crunch time. And he needs to realize, do what I do in the beginning of the game. Do that in crunch time. And I think that kind of solves everything. Like, realistically, if Spencer gave as much effort in playmaking in the crunch time these past 3 games, he would have fucked around and got 20 assists. Like, it would have been just effortless. So he's doing what we want him to do as a point guard. But when it comes to that crunch time, that's where it's kind of like, okay, what the fuck are we doing here? Yeah. Like, obviously, he's like the only person that genuinely can ball handle and go downhill effectively. Yeah. A lot of people on this team can only do one or the other really well. They can't do both.
He has a great quick first step. He can get to the rim and he'll kick out. Like he'll do a great
magnificent first step. Yeah. So I think that's just more so Spence getting better at that, because I don't think he has that low of IQ to just keep going like this for the next couple games. Surely there's like Mikal be like, yo, I'm open. If you see me, just hit me. Yo, Cam, if you're open, I'm gonna hit you. Like there's no way he's just be like, all right, I'm gonna just take the shot going forward every fucking game. No.
Yeah. Dinwiddie's just a bad decision maker. He's a really bad decision. His shots are bad. A lot of his shots are bad. You see him. You see him clearly looking for a foul every play, even though even though a lot of times I will say he does deserve the foul, but I mean, he just looks for it so much. He's not gonna get it if you're constantly complaining, and then there goes another defensive possession, and then we have to go back, and Spencer still has his head down.
Yeah, and this has to be said too. What does fucking Yuta and Sumner have to do to get some fucking playing time?
Yeah.
Like
I don't understand why they're like not on. They're not playing right now.
Like, you telling me when Spencer's off, you can't run Sumner there? He got a quick first step. He might miss a lot of bunnies, but clearly
at least Sumner gives you a jump. He gives you like a little boost off the bench. Like he'll give you energy and a transition buckets in the bench.
And he'll go for an offensive rebound. Like,
and it's very established.
Do y'all see what Jalen Williams was doing?
Oh yeah.
Jalen Williams was great tonight. Shai was good tonight. Lou Dort, I can't believe when did Lou Dort become a shooter like this?
Only against the Nets, but it's so dumb. It's like this team, it doesn't matter. Like, even though we have the wings, we still get out hustled every game. Every game we get out hustled. Bad. And it happens so much. The offensive rebounds are bad. You didn't put in Noel again. Yeah. Noel's done. He's cooked.
Yeah, I mean, he has to tell us tomorrow's the day, so I don't know.
It's over. Yeah, he's the last day, right?
Yeah.
And he gets 0 minutes. They're not bringing him back.
I think he's done. I think New Orleans is done.
Yeah, no, they like literally they just signed him to say, hey, we signed a center. They're not signing him back. think it's
They rather just go small, I think, and put DFS at the 5 or Yuta at the 5
Hey,
or Dayron.
Royce O'Neal on the center, the starting center, like
Yeah,
that.
I think the Nets are at that point where they just go. They'll go at, if we face a big man, God forbid, in the playoffs, they're gonna go small with the DFS and try to trap like did what they did to Jokic in the third quarter last game. You know, just do a really great job of fronting the post, and then the other guy shades. But the problem with that, when we double somebody like that, they're leaving somebody wide open. Because when we played the Nuggets, they left Aaron Gordon wide open. Like they were giving Aaron Gordon all the shot. Oh yeah, Aaron Gordon, you could beat us, but Joker's not gonna. We're gonna limit Joker. You know what I'm saying?
AJ. But the Cavs are a good matchup. The team with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen starting.
Oh, you know what, Rage? I'm not even entertaining that because people legitimately live in their own delusion.
Yeah.
Like that, but that's beating a dead horse. People are just gonna live in their own delusion. It makes no sense. It makes
Yeah, and Joanne, the thing is with what we were doing with Dort is every time we left him open. It wasn't like he would after his 4-3, you thought maybe we should guard him. No.
Yep.
Let me read some of the
We
comments
don't
real quick.
press up. We don't like tighten his space. Like we don't do none of that.
Shout out to Dante. He says Spencer Dinwiddie forces the issue too much with his passing. Giddey says no minutes at that point. Let him go and try another center.
Who?
Shout out Joanne. He says, why don't they get him the legit big man?
Because they're allergic to that.
I guess Noel was a shot, but it was like they don't even want to play him when he's on a 10-day. So I mean, it is what it is.
Shout out to JR. Rena coach JV has some kind of issue with Cam, Yuta, and Edmond. And then somebody said in the comments, JV doesn't trust the bench. That's a fact. I don't think he trusts the bench at all.
But 10-man rotation, AJ.
Yeah, it's weird because it's
like what do you have to lose with playing 10 men? Like, why are we treating this like it's a play? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's
because we're definitely not a first round playoff exit. Definitely not a first round playoff exit.
Yeah, but even if you're telling me Edmund Sumner, who clearly provides better energy, defense, hustle, not to mention heart, over Seth Curry, yet you continue to play him.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense. Seth Curry is not a point guard. Edmund Sumner, he can play point guard. Well, yes, he's not the playmaker that you think Dinwiddie is. He can fucking play point guard. So how about you stop letting shooters who genuinely don't have any defense get cooked by fucking everybody, move them to the bench, and put someone that can play defense at the fucking position.
Yeah. Let me if you're joining us right now, make sure you hit that like button. The Nets just went down bad against the OKC, 121-107. The Nets also shot from 3, 29% from 3. The OKC Thunder shot 33%. We got out rebounded tonight, 51-46. And then we led in turnovers, 17 turnovers total as a team.
Who is the OKC starting center again? Are you serious?
That's what I'm saying.
We're getting and big props to Jalen Williams. He's really, really good, and you might get a Rookie of the Year for Christ's sake. He's been amazing. But I mean, you can't be out hustling and out rebounding your whole team.
Yeah. Oh, we don't. The Thunder don't even start a center. They don't start a center.
I feel like at that point you either have to say something or you bring in Nerlens Noel and at least try something. It can't hurt. This team isn't making a championship. You might as well just throw in the guy you brought in on a 10-day.
Yeah, they start Jalen Williams and Jalen. They're both Jay Williams.
Jays.
They're both Jays, but they don't start a center. This is the problem. How are we going to get out rebounded tonight? And they don't even start a real center.
Because we don't hustle. We don't. Yeah. We don't care. It happens every time too. Because even the Nuggets game, we did win that game, but we got destroyed on the rebounds. Bad, destroyed. That's always going to be an issue until you legitimately upgrade at your 4 and your 5. DFS is pretty much a 3. McCall's a 3. Cam Johnson's a 3. They're all 3s. They can play 4. I guess DFS, yeah, but it's I don't know. They just are better at a 3 position. And the thing is, I'm not ever starting Royce O'Neal in another basketball game.
Oh yeah, I think it's over for that starting Royce kind of thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Why? Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Southside. He says Spencer with 6 turnovers, but Cam Thomas does 1 bad play and gets benched for the whole game. Currently losing respect for Vaughn.
And the 6 turnovers aren't his only bad decisions of the game. He just chucked up shots and he asked for a foul. There was a play where he he's just he's screaming because he didn't get his foul call.
Yeah. Nah, I don't. Like you're not James Harden. You're not Joel Embiid. You're not even you're not LeBron. What? You're fucking Spencer Dinwiddie. Stop complaining to the ref, please. Stop. Like you're not that guy, pal.
Yeah, that's the thing about him too. He does complain a lot. So I mean,
who does he? Does he not? Is he unaware of what happens every game? Spence, you're never gonna get calls. You're never gonna get. I understand you deserve them sometimes, but you're not. You're never gonna get to the line. I mean, Cam Thomas has a better whistle, but he also doesn't complain for fouls every single second.
We literally watched 7 and 11 get terrible fucking whistles, and they think they're gonna fucking cater to you.
The only person who really only gets calls like that who's ever gotten calls for us in terms of history with the Nets, Harden and Cam Thomas when he actually plays.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Somebody said it. The Spencer, they're saying it, man. Spence hate is real on. The Spence hate. I told y'all the Spencer stands. Tomorrow they're gonna be in the comments, yo. They're gonna be in the comments.
I thought we established like he's doing a good job for what it's worth, but it's just a critique. I don't think it's necessarily.
But I also think it's also on JV too because I don't know what he expects out of Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, he's never.
All right, let's put it on the table right now. Who do you guys think? I mean, I don't want to play the blame game here, but what was the biggest reason for this loss tonight? I guess because I know people are putting Spencer on the table, and it's not just us. So don't call me these comments saying it's just us. Go on this Twitter right now. I saw people saying I want Spencer off the team, Spencer this, Spencer that. Go on this Twitter right now.
I'm not there yet. Like obviously, like I got that out my system, but I'm not necessarily there. But you do have.
I'm saying this is Nets Twitter that's saying this, not us. You know,
yeah. But more so, even if but as a whole. I feel like there is a 50% when that's Twitter. There's the 50% that just want him the fuck out of here. But then there's the other 50% that critiques him, but understand he's really the only person that can do that or do what he's doing. Not everybody can do like what he's doing. Like, for instance, the only person logically would be Ben Simmons or Edmund Sumner. And neither of those two are getting playtime right now.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky situation. And I feel like it's something we kind of have to live with. Like genuinely live with, because who can generally go to Dinwiddie and be like, yo, move off real quick, let me handle this.
Yeah, let me shout out to Cypher. He said Vaughn and Dinwiddie gets the blame.
Perfect. That's literally perfect.
Somebody said, oh, you guys are cooking in these comments. A lot of people blame Dinwiddie for ball hogging so much and playing hero ball. Shout out to Ramon. And then Ron C, I think he be getting in his ego every time Mikal Bridges starts cooking. He tries to outdo him. Shaking my head. He used to do that versus D'Lo, but Kenny Atkinson used to bench him ASAP.
No. Spence always had tunnel vision, so I'm not surprised with that. Like people, I don't know why people are fucking surprised. Like that's how he was before.
Please tell me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it seem like Spence will kick it out more to Dorian Finney-Smith than he will Mikal Bridges when they're both wide open equally?
Yeah, that fucking fries me.
Tell me I'm wrong. I swear I see that so often. It doesn't even make sense because, I mean, I DFS is a great defender too, and I can at least appreciate that he is at least consistent on that side of the ball. But oh my gosh, is he inconsistent?
All right, so we'll cook up on Vaughn after since they're gonna say this is a Spencer hate stream, but what did Vaughn do wrong this game that failed? What did Vaughn do to fail us tonight?
Everything. Like, okay, let me not say everything, but definitely the rotations, and overall just the decision making. More so, stop with the 7-man rotation. It's okay to loosen up a little. At bare minimum, 9-man rotation. Adding 2 people doesn't fucking change anything. Because look at it like this: as much as we get on Spencer, as much as we praise Mikal, you can't just keep running the minutes like that. Yeah. Like running Spencer 40 odd minutes, so 37 odd minutes. It's not good. That's literally not good. I guarantee you, at least bare minimum, 6 or 7 of those minutes that you run Spence to the ground. 6 or 7 of those minutes you run Mikal to the ground. 6 or 7 of those minutes you run Cam to the ground. You can distribute that between guys like Yuta, Sumner. Like you can distribute that. And overall,
y'all think Cam should have played more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, CT. I'm gonna say CT.
CT. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't fucking hurt. But overall, you have people on your bench that can contribute given the right situation. You just have to put them there. you can put them there.
Yeah.
And
And
it's kind of like
from what I
just
saw, he didn't adjust from the well, he she started doubling SGA in like the fourth quarter where it was too late. I remember he did that adjustment. But in the third quarter, when we were 0 for 8 from 3, it's like he had no offensive schemes. And then he's not playing. See, everybody's kind of cold at that moment because that's where they took the game over. We were, like I told y'all, the first half stats. It was amazing. We had the game. We had control of this game. And then the third quarter is where everything fell apart.
We literally just pivoted everything.
Yeah, you didn't
everything good we did in the first. We pivoted away from it.
Does this and question here? It seems like we blow more leads with Vaughn than we ever did with Steve Nash, which is crazy. But the thing, my problem is like every time we'll be up, and this happens every game. Your offense looks good, and what happens? Oh, they start to come back, and you fold, The Nuggets should have never came that close on Sunday. Never should have came that close. It should not have went down to the final possession. But offense was stagnant. Dinwiddie was getting turnovers. Shots were getting forced, and here we are. Couldn't get stops. The thing
you're arguing the Nuggets game? The fucking Timberwolves game should have never went to OT.
Yes, remember, and then we're lucky. You know how lucky we were when we were actually able to get a 3 out of McCall. We were able to get a 3 out of Dorian Finney-Smith. We were not out of Royce O'Neal too, because that whole overtime period we were running ISO for Spencer Dinwiddie, and we had to rely on just a late kick out or a forced shot.
Yeah, it's just nasty. Definitely nasty. Especially
we get out hustled. We go small for no. We go small. We don't have any. It's not like it doesn't matter if we go small at all because we still aren't hitting our shots. And you think okay, if you go small, right? You still have your wings. Those wings are getting out rebounded by Jalen Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting destroyed by Dario Saric. Sell the team.
Sell the team.
Shout out to Cypher. He said Vaughn didn't play the bench, no offensive schemes, and didn't bench Dinwiddie for selling.
He doesn't have any offense. But the offense is the same like every game. It's like sometimes it'll be one player will get hot. You don't even with McCall being our number one guy. We all know he's like the best player on the team. Do we go to him consistently the whole game, like we did Kevin Durant?
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to
he had 35, and it didn't even seem like whatchamacallit.
Yeah, like I said, when you look at McHale's stats, I'm like, oh, he killed, but it's like you don't even feel it, right? Because it's like we were in an uphill battle the whole game. Shout out to Alvarez when Dort hit 4 straight threes and Vaughn didn't call a freaking timeout. Luigi, rotations suck, defensive schemes suck, offensive schemes suck, everything sucks. Fire Jacques Vaughn. Shout out to
like
Luigi. Peoples Hernandez, yo, it's about 7 a.m. here. I stayed up to watch this F shit. Yo, People Hernandez, man, appreciate you staying up, man. That's. I know you down bad. We all down bad right now.
Yeah, you gotta go back to sleep.
You gotta go to bed, bro. It's early for you. Where are you at, Peoples Hernandez? Where you at? It's 7 a.m., bro. Oh man. Shout out to Dante. JV for some reason refuses to play Edmond. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's one of those things that. And going into the next game, it doesn't get easier, bro. The Kings are an even better team than OKC. Kings are on the roll right now.
You can't. First off, you can't have a stagnant offense. It's not going to work. I mean, the Kings defense isn't even that good, but the thing is, it doesn't matter who we play. Our offense is never going to be consistently solid. And then you're going on to the defensive side of the things, and you saw how we went into the third quarter. I think the first half against the Kings will be fine, but you get into the third quarter when everyone's gassed. And open 3 from Lou Store. Now you have to go up against the best offensive team in basketball right now. I don't know how you expect to if you can play defense. I think the Kings are very, very, very winnable game. I think it's a very winnable game if you can play defense. But who's gonna check Sabonis?
Yeah,
oh my God. Yeah, Sabonis is gonna cook up next game, bro.
No one. De'Aaron Fox is gonna get his.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
always. I'm telling you, watch out for Keegan Murray because he's going to get open too. Because we obviously close out. Obviously, we close out our guys.
Yeah, it's not gonna get any easier, man. Shout out to Rehala. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm trying to take up all perspectives of the game, bro. Even if you don't agree with us, we're literally looking at all sides of the argument, bro. Like, even though I know people are Spence stands. we're gonna give you the positives of Spence. Some games Spence will look great, and we're gonna talk amazing about Spence. He's gonna go to the rim. He's gonna drop 26 and 10 assists. And there's some games where Spence has his flaws too. He's not perfect.
Where he only goes 3 for 19.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
not
not his fault.
But put it like this: this is the best playmaking Spence we've ever seen. Like even beforehand, he never got fucking 15 assists, 11 assists, 16.
Yeah, I'm glad he's able to be in a spot like this. But the thing is, he shouldn't need to be put in a spot like this. If we had a legitimate point guard, that man Spencer Dinwiddie would be a shooting guard faster than you'd ever imagine. He is not a point guard.
Yeah.
I like that. I like I like how he's able to adapt more into the passing role. And even though that's not the type of player he is doing it, and I applaud that. But the problem is and everyone talks about Trae Young's whatever. But imagine Trae Young running your offense compared to Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah, Trae Young might shoot a little bit inefficient, but the thing is, he'll constantly have a really good offensive. He'll have a very good playmaking aspect all the time.
Shout out to Giddey. He said JV is at fault. Majority of the Nets team are inconsistent. Camp blames Spencer. I'm gonna add on to the JV. JV is definitely at fault. We literally had 10 minutes of talking about JV. So JV is definitely at fault, bro. And to add on to JV, like we don't have no offensive schemes to at least get shooters open. I know our whole offense is like basically just drive and kick. If Spencer can't beat his man off that first step, our offense is kind of cooked. If you can be honest, I mean, give it to Royce O'Neal to bring the ball up because obviously that makes sense. Yeah.
Then you have Cam Johnson. Okay, you might be able to get a spot.
CJ might be able to hit a three.
Try and create, and we don't even use Mikal Bridges correctly.
That's what I'm saying.
He's doing great, and obviously he's getting more opportunities as he should. But we're still not even using him correctly. He's not even like. Imagine if we were setting him up like we were a KD.
Yeah, like he needs to do a better job of getting our shooters open. I'm getting CJ a great shot, getting guys off the bench, Joe Harris, somebody a good shot. Getting those guys are 3-point shooters. Seth, get those guys run some plays to get them open looks. So maybe we can hit some threes. Because
you shouldn't rely on a chuck from Royce O'Neal or Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
I mean, if Spence isn't looking for a foul call and he's just driving to the rim, that's the best version of Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't need him to take a bunch of step back threes.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, we're all this is all criticism, constructive criticism. We lost tonight, and we're gonna tell you we're gonna be realistic here, bro. This is no champion. Oh my God, everybody's perfect. We're gonna be all right. We're just being realistic here, bro. We still love the Nets. We still, love this team, but it's like we have our issues. Everybody.
I feel like every time we lose, it's always the same. It's never anything like different. And even like when we have our close wins, it's still the same. It's like no offensive scheme, getting out hustled, getting out rebounded, chucking threes, chucking shots, bad passes and turnovers.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and bad rotations. Even I don't know where the good timeout calling went. I don't know where the good timeout calling went because it only takes for us to be up by 11 and then us to go down by 6 for JV to finally call a timeout. A 17-0 run, like.
Rehala 88. Spencer has flaws, but he is our guy. We developed him, and that means something to me, and I'm sure others feel the same. Rehala, bro, we gave up on you've been here, bro. You've been a Nets fan. We gave up on Spence. You know that, right? We traded Spence away. They could have paid.
Say that shit louder, please.
That's what I'm saying. You said we developed him. We gave him away. We could have paid Spence. You were there. I know if you're a Nets fan, you were there. I was there. We were all there when they could have paid Spence the money. They could have paid Spence the money. Sean Marks decided to give him away to another team for nothing. For TPUs.
Wait, no. What do you mean? It was a good trade for us. We got Chandler Hutchinson. He's retired.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not even trying to throw shade. I don't even think Spencer wanted to come back at first. When he got traded here, I don't even think he wanted to come back. Because from what I've heard behind the scenes, him and Spence and Sean Marks had a rocky relationship. Like, they weren't cool like that. Like, it wasn't like all goody gumdrops with both of them. From what I've heard back behind the scenes. Yeah. So it's like, you're telling him that he's our guy, but it's like, we traded him away. You know what I'm saying? We gave him away for nothing. We didn't pay him.
We all love Spence. Don't get it fucked up. We all love Spence.
We love Spence. I love Spence.
But if you're telling me the good old days, the past is what's gonna deter you from not critiquing him, Like
Yeah.
genuinely, we're not even saying trade. Like some people in this community saying, "Oh, trade him, get him the fuck out of here." Like no, like it's a critique.
Yeah.
Like he was basically given the keys to the offense, and while yes, he's making beautiful strides, getting 10 plus assists these past stretches of games, he's making mistakes and genuinely fucking up. And you can look at those mistakes and generally say, "Yo, that kind of fucked us over." Like you can't tell me seeing him in that Nuggets game, like he was genuinely fucking trolling. Like that Nuggets game was fucking insane. He literally said, "Fuck y'all, it's the Spencer Dinwiddie show," and that's probably why the Nuggets came back in.
Chubbs,
Like
it happens every
was
game.
insane.
It happens every game. I mean, like I
But
understand
that
but
Nuggets game was
if Spencer
the most
Dinwiddie is our guy,
disgusting display of it. It's the most disgusting display of it.
No, we didn't. Somebody said we replaced him with Harden. We didn't replace. We could have signed him. We could have. Josiah, we had his bird rights. We could have went over the cap. Spence, I remember like it was yesterday. Spence put out a quote. Yo, listen, if the Nets pay me, I'm staying. That's it. Words from him. He was like, if they pay me what I want, I'm staying. You know what I'm saying? If Josiah could have paid that extra luxury tax if he wanted to keep Spence. If he was really our guy, if we really loved him like that, I'm just saying, bro. If I really love you, bro, am I gonna give you money to stay? You know what I'm saying? If I really
People
love
forget Spence was still on the roster with Harden, and it's just the fact he tore his ACL. He couldn't play.
Oh, I wanted Spence to stay, bro, because it's like he was in the position we were in. I remember that year, bro. It was like we could have used a backup point guard off the bench, a scoring option off the bench. Because the reason why when we had the big three, we had no depth. Spencer would have been perfect for our depth, bro. Am I wrong or y'all disagree?
And you know what? It's like it doesn't matter what type of roster we have. We have glaring flaws. Like we needed the scoring aspect. We never had a center. We never had Blake Griffin. What am I talking about? He played center before. And then yeah. I don't, and plus it was like you mentioned, it was like he's our guy, but let's trade him for a second round pick.
And TPEs that we don't use. We didn't even trade for a player.
Have we used a TPE in the history of Brooklyn Nets basketball?
We could have got Kyle Kuzma, and we didn't get Kyle Kuzma. We got TPEs that
Sean
Marks let expire.
You could have gotten anybody.
Could have got I mean, like I said, I'm just saying, bro. I don't know. Am I wilding? Because I thought Spence could have stayed here and give us a punch off the bench. Because trust me, in those games in the playoffs when Harden went down and when Kyrie went down, how lucky would it have been to have KD there with Spence?
It was so fun to watch us score 2 points in overtime in Game 7.
I would love to have Spence on to help KD in the playoffs when people go down or off the bench. You know. Shout out to Delusional. I can't get upset about losses anymore this season. This team isn't even really practicing. Anything good that happens between now and training camp is a bonus. Yeah, shout out to Delusional, man. Appreciate you, bro, for the super chat. Yeah, we're gonna I'm out of here though, bro. I mean, we'll be back. We'll be back versus the Kings. Hopefully we can regroup. I think that's the first game we're back home in the Clays. So hopefully the Clays shows up and the Clays is rocking and gives us that boost because the Nets are gonna need it.
Should I go there? I might go there.
You might go to the game?
I might. Yeah.
You're gonna witness a Spencer Dinwiddie masterclass of 4 of 19 in person.
When is that? Like Friday?
Thursday.
Oh, fuck that. I thought it was Friday. I thought it was Thursday's such an odd ass fucking day to have an NBA game. I'm sorry.
I hear you. That is kind of
Tuesday, like today.
Yeah. Shout out to Cypher Dinwiddie with the Nets this season: 41% from field, 28% from 3 in 14 games.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button for us. Yeah, we'll be back. Appreciate you guys.